Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to do a video. I wasn't going to do a video about, like, honestly, I did my review. I had discussed, it was breaking news about Tammy being sentenced to 17 years. I did my video, put it on TikTok. I nipped it in the bud. But, however, they want me to lift the bud again. Because, you know, I've been getting very interesting comments for the past few days. And obviously not all of it is like crazy, like, you know, there are people that are in the comments that are saying like, oh yeah, she got what she deserved, wasted talent, blah, 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 blah. But there are a few comments that I have gotten where I'm just like, I don't know. It seems like, to me, I feel like if this wasn't a celebrity, I guess, quote unquote celebrity, if you want to, I guess we can call her a celebrity. But like, if this woman wasn't a part of the wrestling business, if this woman wasn't a quote unquote celebrity, a D-list or probably F celebrity, like, we wouldn't be granting her humanity in this way. So I wrote this on my community tab, right? And I'm gonna get into it. So I said here, I'm going to discuss tammysytch's, aka Sunny, in a new video today about her accolades to the wrestling business. Because apparently some folks think we should separate the artist from the artistry. There's a lot of typos in here. Yeah, I was mad when I was typing this. Please forgive me. But if y'all new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let's get up to 700 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. But y'all, subscribe to the channel. If y'all guys want to look at my past videos about anything wrestling, go to my wrestling talk playlist. Go watch. There's a ton of videos there. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Ronnie Lipton. Let's get up to 700 subscribers. But the reason why I said this is because the few comments that I was getting, apparently, right, for one of my videos, well, the video that I did on Tammy about her being sentenced to 17 years. You know, I saw a comment and I replied to that comment. I'm not going to post the comment here, but the person basically said that, oh, in that video that I did go on a little mini rant in that one video where Tammy was sentenced. I was like, how, you know, the wrestling business, the wrestling community, and the people that broke Tammy into the business, Jimcornette, all these different people, gave this woman the gall and the gumption to run rampant here, thinking that she's entitled, thinking that she's the most talented bitch in the whole entire world. And so therefore she has a pass to fucking, like, act the way that she acts and behave the way that she behaves. And I'm not saying, like, you know, everybody within the wrestling community. I'm just saying, like, there are some people that I feel like gave Tammy a pass. I do feel that way because they feel like, oh, well, Tammy was talented, or she's, you know, she was, you know, her accolades, and, you know, she did do good in the wrestling business. And to me, and, you know, that particular comment was saying, like, you know, I shouldn't say that she was untalented, because at the end of the day, what she did was criminal, but, you know, her talent will always go noticed, and, you know, her talent speaks for itself. And I'm paraphrasing here, when it comes to the wrestling business. And when he was saying all this, I'm like, listen, like, yeah, maybe I'm living in a different zone. Maybe I'm living in reality compared to other people within this community. But, it's, to me, I'm like, okay. To me, I'm just like, okay. Y'all, and then mind you, we're talking about the wrestling community of today, okay? I'm not saying my followers and anybody like that, but there are people within this community. Y'all will talk so much shit about different wrestlers, divas, female wrestlers. I guess we call them now. Well, during my time, we called them divas because I guess Tammy was the quote unquote original diva, even though I personally don't think she was. But, you know, y'all shit on so many people for not, especially Jade Cargill. People will talk about how Jade Cargill doesn't know how to wrestle, and, you know, she needs to know how to wrestle. She's green, okay? Tammy did not wrestle a fucking lick. when she was in the wrestling business, okay? She might have gotten into the ring once or twice here and there, but she was not an active person in the ring. She was not taking no goddamn bumps. She was not out here flipping, doing flip-flopping and flying the way that y'all like it now. She wasn't doing shit of that. And right now, honestly, y'all really shouldn't say anything about this when I'm talking about she was untalented, because the wrestling of today and the wrestling audience that is here today likes the wrestling more than they like the storylines, more than they like people speaking on the stick. They like the wrestling more. Okay? And that's a whole different conversation about how, you know, the wrestling audience today prefers the wrestling, the fights more than the storylines. That's a whole different conversation. But it's like, y'all prefer the wrestling more. So it's like, when you have someone who is a non-wrestler, like Tammy, she barely wrestled throughout her entire career while she was in whatever, Smoky Mountain, WWE, WCW, ECW. She was not in the ring like that, if not at all. But like, there was probably once or twice where she had a spot. Other than that, she was not doing no kind of work like a Bianca Belair or a Lita or a Trish Stratus. Hell, Sable probably has more freaking matches than freaking Tammy has ever had. And y'all claim that Sable is goddamn untalented. Sable has gotten into more matches than Tammy. So who's really, like, y'all need to, I feel like, when y'all say that she was so talented, what do y'all mean by that? That she could speak on this, that she could speak, oh yeah, cause she knows how to cut a promo. She knows how to talk on the microphone. She was engaging. I'm sorry. There are a ton of people within the wrestling business, female wrestlers at that, who I find better on the mic, who talk better, who cut better promos than Tammy. And there are wrestlers before and after her that cut better promos. I think Sensational Sherry, God may her soul rest in peace, was cut way better promos than Tammysytch. Okay? And on top of that, she was a wrestler. She got in the ring. She got down and dirty, okay? She was willing to risk it all for this business. So what I'm saying is that y'all claiming that, you know, and it's very few. I'm not saying this all of y'all, but I'm just saying there's those few detractors in that comments where it's like, it kind of annoys me because it's just like all these accolades. Oh, she was so talented. Like, honestly, she was okay on the mic. Tammy was okay on the mic. She wasn't groundbreaking. I'm sorry, like, at that time in 1995, when she came in, y'all, can we be serious? We were focused on the Shawn Michaels of the world, the Bret Harts of the world. Tammy came at least number 10 in that. Okay? I wasn't too pressed or focused on that. And maybe that's because I'm a woman, so that's why, you know, I didn't care too much about her like that. But then again, I like other female wrestlers. Like, I love Lita. I love Trish Stratus. I love Lay Cool. I Michelle McCool, Layla. Like, I love those girls. Eve. I loved all of them. Okay? I actually identify more with those girls than I do the wrestlers now, but that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation. But like, to me, I honestly didn't care for Tammy like that. I didn't care for Sunny or her character like that. Like, I didn't care. So it's like, it's just like people keep, you know, giving her these and maybe it's because, and I'm going to talk about it later in the video, but, and there's a reason why I feel like there is this sort of pushback anytime I talk about how, anytime I do a video about Tammy, there's like one or two comments where it's like a little bit like, oh my God, she was such a waste of talent. Oh, well, you can't discount her talent, or you can't discount, what she's done in this business. What she's done in this business has not been monumental, y'all. What Tammy has done in this business is honestly, if you're really going to keep it a stack, it is forgettable. Okay? And I'm going to discuss why we don't forget about it. But it is forgettable. Outside, if you were to take these fucking shoot interviews that this woman has done and so many, and the bullshit that she has done, Tammy would have been forgettable. There were a lot of girls that came in mid to late 90s who, like, we honestly, we don't even think about them until somebody brings up their name. Tammy is one of them. But the reason why Tammy, she's able to keep her name out there is because of the bullshit that she's always put herself in. That is why. We remember more the bullshit than we remember the talent, or the quote-unquote talent that she had, or like the extraordinary talent that she has. Because I don't think that she has any extraordinary talent. She was okay. She was alright. Like, it wasn't monumental. And here's another reason why I feel like people saying, oh, well, she had a lot of accolades. They're going to talk about how she was the most downloaded female on AOL. And, AOL was big back then, and, she was the most downloaded celebrity. She was the most downloaded celebrity. She was the most downloaded celebrity. Y'all gonna hate. Yeah, listen, y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say. Okay? But I'm going to say it. Let's take emotions out of this, okay? Let's take the emotions out of this, and let's just talk about the facts, okay? If we're looking back in 1995, right? When was it? 1996? 1995, 1996, early 1996, right? And this was prior to, and Sable did come in 1996, but a little bit later, but let's just, Tammy was in 1995, 1996 in WWE, and she was quote-unquote most downloaded AOL. We're talking facts here. We're not talking emotions, in my opinion, or anything like that. Do y'all remember the time where the business was at within 1995, early 1996? Okay? And it's no shade. I'm just talking facts. The business was down. Okay? You have to keep it aside. WWE basically ran off their casual fans and was left with the niche marks within the business at that time. Okay? WWE was not bringing in no ratings at all in 1995, 1996. And this is why, and nobody wants to point this out. And it's no shit. And I love these people. I love Shawn Michaels. And I love Bret Hart. And this is no shade. Kevin Nash, all those people. When they were around this time, when they were in WWF at that time, none of them drew as champions. None of them drew. Not Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels did not draw like that. Neither did freaking Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash was not a draw like that. He was not bringing in ratings. Shawn Michaels, as much as Shawn Michaels is one of my top 10 wrestlers. But he, even as popular as he was a name, but he also wasn't drawing as a champion. Bret Hart, as much as great as he is, and we love him, but he was not drawing as a champion at that time. Business was down overall. So I say that to say that Tammy, while she might have been AOL most downloaded female at that time, Tammy was over with the niche audience. Okay? And y'all not gonna like when I say that, but I have to say it because it's the facts. Business was down at that time. And y'all already know the niche audience, the marks, they're always gonna love everybody. They're gonna love everything. Okay? Anything wrestling, you put wrestling on top of it, and a wrestler gonna do this, a wrestler gonna go do that, a wrestling on this, a wrestling on that, they're gonna support it, they're gonna be there, they love it. Okay? It is what it is. Tammy not once, while she was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, in WWE, in WCW, or in ECW, this woman has never drew the masses. And y'all gonna hate when I say that, but it is the facts. This broad never drew the mainstream audience. She never drew casual fans. This is the facts. Okay? We're just gonna have to call it. We're gonna go, this time we're talking numbers, okay? Men lie, women lie, the numbers don't. This bitch was not drawing in any casuals, okay? She was over with the 5,000 people that she was over with. So, of course, those 5,000 people are gonna go to the freaking AOL website to vote for her. Because they were already there. Bitch, but was you bringing in 5 million people? Like Sable? No, you weren't. In the third quarter. Y'all don't want to hear that. Sable was bringing in 5 milli. While Tammy was over here bringing in 5,000. Y'all just gonna have to be mad about this. Okay? We're talking numbers. We're not talking opinions. We're not talking that. We're talking big numbers. We're talking the facts. We're talking statistics. Tammy was not a draw. And I know that's why y'all want to be flaunting this girl. Oh, well, she was better looking than this. Better. Okay, clearly, if she was so better looking, why the hell did this broad get 5 million viewers in the third quarter hour? Why would she never put in her own individual segments? Let's see how big of a draw that she was. She always had to be put with somebody. Let's be very clear. Sable, yes, she was with Mark Merrill, but guess what? With Mark Merrill, when he got injured and stuff, they put Sable out there by herself, and she was drawing the casual peoples by herself. Tammy could never do it by herself. And the WWE knew that. Okay? So while y'all talking about accolades and AOL, and that's, mind you, that's the only accolade that she has. A quote-unquote accolade that's AOL, most downloaded female, even though... I mean, whatever. I mean, do any of us remember AOL? Like that? Is that first thought of mind? Like, it's unless she brings it up or somebody else, like, it's like, we're not thinking about that when it comes to this broad. So, I guess that's the accolade y'all love to, and I'm not talking about y'all, like my Liptons. I'm just talking about, these other people that like to talk shit in my comments. But it's like, y'all just gonna have to be honest with yourselves. Tammy was okay. She was okay. Like, on the mic, on the stick. Yes, she was a pretty girl, but okay, I've seen more prettier women. I thought that there were more women that came into the wrestling business that were more talented than her. And honestly, and I feel like you know what it is too? And I said this before earlier. I feel like the only reason why we really, really talk about AOL, oh, she was the most AOL, most downloaded female, oh, she was talking good on the mic and talking good on the stick, is because you have Tammy, after she left the wrestling business, doing shoot interviews over and over and over and over and over again, talking about how she was the most downloaded female, talking about how, she was sleeping with a bunch of different men. Her words, not mine. So of course, and honestly, and that's just me being honest. Had Tammy not stayed out of trouble, y'all, if she stayed out of trouble, when she left the wrestling business, never done shoot interviews and things like that, I honestly think that Tammy would have been forgettable. I honestly believe that we wouldn't remember her like that. Because let's be very clear, even if she wasn't getting in trouble or anything like that, like I said, Tammy was not a draw in the wrestling business. Who's talking about Terry Reynolds like that? It's no shade. And I like Terry. But like, and the same goes for Terry. Terry Reynolds was there the same time as Tammy was there. Why wasn't Terry Reynolds bringing in viewership when she was also a diva? And, it's like, it's because Terry's not out there like that. Terry Reynolds is not out there like that. I mean, she does do interviews and stuff, but it's like, she's also hasn't been arrested or committing crimes or things like that compared to Tammy. And honestly, unless someone brings her name up, we're not really thinking of Terry Reynolds in that way. Like the way we think about a Sable who is bringing in, viewership. When we think about Trish Stratus, when we think about Lita, when we think about, the Gil Kims, the Victorias, the top girls. So, like I said, if she wasn't doing these interviews and these shoot interviews and doing all these, talking about the amount of men she was sleeping with and getting in trouble, and y'all not gonna like it, Tammy was not bringing in the viewership. So, has she not been doing all this crap? We honestly would have forgotten about her. Unless somebody brought her name up. And they would be like, oh yeah, I remember her. That's what we would be saying. That's what we would be saying. Well, be like, okay, what's having a normal conversation, and then be like, hey, do you remember that girl, Tammy? Oh yeah, I remember her. She used to be back in the day. Yeah, you know, organized. Okay, now next topic. Like, that's what they would have been. Yeah, y'all gonna hate, but like, I'm gonna get some comments under this video. I'm gonna get some comments under this video going off of me, but I just have to be honest. I just have to be honest with it. It's just like, I just don't think that she's all that. Like, the way y'all claiming that she's all that. Like, she's okay. She wasn't like monumentally talented the way y'all saying it like that. And if she was, she would have been bringing in the viewership. Okay, they would have her in her own individual segment. Like, we would have had something. Okay, so all these quote unquote accolades, like AOL, is like, please, like, hang it up. We're not thinking about AOL. Like, we're not. It's not giving like that. And another reason why I feel like people, you know, it's not just because Tammy does the shoot interviews and things. It's also because Jimcornette also uplifted this girl. So it's like, and I know Jimcornette also has a big following. By the way, let me see if Jimcornette actually, listen, y'all, I told y'all, Jim, oh my God, this man will talk about everything else. But when it comes to his girl, he doesn't talk about it that much. Let me see. I'm legit going to his channel right now while I'm talking to y'all. Let me see if we did a video about it, about her sentencing. Because if she did, because you know me, I told y'all, I watch everybody. I watch Eric Bischoff's channel. I watch Jimcornette's channel. I watch Vincerusso's channel. I watch a bunch of people on YouTube. So I find the podcast and stuff like that more interesting than I do the wrestling. So he still, wow, Jimcornette still didn't do a reaction about his girl tammylynnsytch, aka Sunny, his favorite daughter. He didn't do a video about it. Jimmy, corny. I don't know. I'm in the mood today, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm in the mood today. Maybe it might come tomorrow or the day after. I don't know. Maybe next week. Who knows? Listen, Jimcornette's a cackle. I like Jim, but it's like he don't be keeping the same energy. I know someone in the comments told me, oh no, he keeps the same energy. He do keep the same energy with Tammy. He's always dragged her. I'm like, sir, where? Like, Jimcornette don't be dragging Tammy like that. This man will make more video. Like, come on, like, be serious. Yeah, he hasn't made a video about this sentencing. Wow. I did it update. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see till next week to see if he says something about it. But if he doesn't, then y'all just gonna have to say that I was right, that Ronnie Lipton was right, and that Jimcornette is biased, which he is. So we just gonna have to keep it as that. But I'm gonna wait till the end of this week and see. And if he doesn't upload a video, then I'm sorry, y'all gonna have to call out Jimcornette in his comments, because it makes absolutely no sense how he hasn't discussed this, but he will discuss everything else and go off at everybody else. So, but yeah, you know, I just don't think that the accolades is all that when it comes to tammylynnsytch. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all just gonna have to be mad about that. I think that she is a waste of space. She killed somebody, and I just don't think that Tammy is remorseful. At the end of the day, I don't think she's. I think that all that crying that she was. I just don't think it's genuine. It was a bunch of crocodile tears, and it is what it is. But y'all, please don't come talking about, you know, she was she was in the Hall of Fame. Okay, y'all, just honestly, y'all, the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame means the WWE Hall of Fame means nothing. Like, can we be honest? Like, it means nothing. It's just another show. So. But yeah, Tammy was not a wrestler. She didn't wrestle. And honestly, y'all should be going off on her more about that compared to, like, her quote unquote being on AOL, because don't y'all want the wrestling? Don't y'all want people wrestling, flip-flopping and flying? I thought that's what y'all wanted. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. But yeah, please hang it up with the old. She was very talented, and she had her accolades in wrestling, because her accolades are very minimal and they're very weak. So, and y'all just gonna have to be mad about that. Anyway, please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I know I'm gonna get some heated comments, but I'm here for it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get up to 700 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. If y'all need to share my videos, share it. Subscribe to the channel. Press the bell if y'all need to get notifications. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Okay, subscribe to Ronnie Lipton. And I'll talk to you guys later.